Steady hands, my vows I keep. Silhouettes in twilight's hold. Silent stories hunters told. Arrow flies with the night's cold stare. Winded whispers through the air. Pray ahead in shadows glow. The bow hunter moves soft and slow. Tracks in dirt, they speak so loud. Hidden truths under nature's shroud. Steps are whispers, leaves will sing. Heart's a drum with a tightening string. Arrow flies with the night's cold stare. Winded whispers through the air. Pray ahead in shadows glow. The bow hunter moves soft and slow. Moonlight bends on the forest crawl. Branches creak like a distant call. Eyes like stars, the night does teeth. Each breath closes the final breath. Arrow flies with the night's cold stare. Winded whispers through the air. Pray ahead in shadows glow. The bow hunter moves soft and slow. The bow hunter moves soft and slow.
Hello everybody and welcome to Real and Virtual Outdoors. You gotta be kidding. Well, she disconnected on me. Let's call a few folks out while we load this thing up again. Take it a second. Nick Hogan is here. Is here. Nick, if you got a Facebook, I could not find you on Facebook. Send me a message so I can add you. If you don't, that's fine. I can contact you by email for the lead. Nick Ramsey is here. Pork Chop is here. Pork Chop, you now have a wrench, sir. Donna Long is here, and that is people that has chatted. No, I overlooked Curtis. Oh, Curtis. All right, Shirley. Well, let me get into the game here. I had it loaded up and it closed on me. Big Slim. If it's brown, it's down. That's right, baby. If it's brown, it's down. Especially today. I need to make some money. I need some money. Oh, thank God they fixed that. They had a last update. You wasn't spawning back to the tent. You were spawning to the nearest outpost, regardless if you left the tent or not. And that's been fixed, evidently. Alright, I'm going to get up in the blind here. And we're going to talk about how this setup works. I'm going to set this for 6 a.m. Zero 600. Get this out of the way. I'm going to talk about how these work. I'm going to get up here in the tripod stand. Alright. There's the blind right there. I mean the feeder right there. This is a barrel feeder. First thing let me tell you about this barrel feeder is bears can tear it up. This plastic feeder. I've got other feeders set up. They're post feeders. Bears do not tear those up. So my first impression of this, if it gets tore up, it costs you about $1,200 to repair it. I've already had to repair it once. So my first impression is if you're going to put these on a map with bears, you probably need to use the post feeder. Use this one as a scouting feeder. Everywhere you put a feeder is not a really good spot. I'm going to tell you that. And you really need to be in the feeding time of that animal for the feeder to be effective. We're going to sit here and watch this feeder a while. I've got 5 of these, I think 5 set up. I've got one here, and I've also got one here. You can fill these remotely, as you see. You click on the feeder. This one's already been getting eat out of. So I'm going to go ahead and refill that full while I got it. I have got a feeder there. I've got a feeder here. I've got one way up here. This one's probably going to get moved. I haven't seen a whole lot of production out of that. How do you know? This has been here a couple of days. I've only lost 4% of the bait. I hunted it, killed a few small bears, nothing spectacular. Oh, Jody, bye friend, good to see you. We've got one over here in Topeka. And this is an unproven feeder as well. Where is that feeder? Sometimes they're a little difficult to find. Right here it is. It's actually in Winnipeg, not Topeka. This feeder here is probably going to be a good feeder. So, and then I've got one down here. And I know this is going to be a good feeder. And the reason is there's a hidden lake here. For those of you that have never found the hidden lake, right here is a hidden lake. And it's a hot spot. In fact, I won the Real and Virtual Outdoors whitetail hunt on this spot with a diamond whitetail. So that's the setup. You can put 8 feeders on each map. And I've started that on Layton Lakes because basically I'm on the bow hunter account. I have 2 accounts for this. And this one's on the Xbox. My main account is on my PC. So we do not do any gun hunting on this account. This is only for bows. Today's weapon is the Cotter CB65. It's the bow I use, the compound bow I use all the time. I put a paint job on it. and I have the rangefinder scope. You put the red dot on the target, you push the Y button, that's 33 yards. It tells you what the yardage is. You put the green dot on the animal and let her fly. We're going to wait here a while, see what happens. I'm not going to shoot the first thing comes in. That's another trick. Hunting these feeders, wait a while. Don't shoot the first thing that comes in. But we are going to shoot some animals today, and we're all going to probably do a little walking because I need to make some money. I've got $7,200 and 85 is what I've got, so I'd like to double that today. Because I want to finish this map out and put a few more feeders out. One of these feeders I'm probably going to end up moving. It's not producing a lot. Not every spot you put one's going to produce. Some are better than others. This spot and the next spot we're going to go to are really good spots. So, let's see what we get. I have already killed a diamond potential animal off of this the feeder up, the next feeder we're going to go to, and a melanistic. Pork chop, you didn't hear me. I gave you a wrench, buddy. You are now blue, sir. And we're just going to wait to see what happens. This is a little bit different hunting. It's going to change the way we hunt for sure. So, for those of you that do not know, Kelly and I did a wrestling last night on Ghost Tech Gaming's channel. That's Kelly's gaming channel. We did a Halloween wrestling event last night. So, if you're a fan of the wrestling and you missed it, I tried to promote it as much as I could where everybody could see it. Go watch it. And before y'all ask, I know somebody's going to ask because you hear me coughing. So my coughing issue has been kind of taken care of by having a little bit of natural honey every day. A spoonful of natural honey, local honey, has taken care of that. Unfortunately, I hadn't been taking my honey. I've been drinking a doggone energy water in the morning. Not energy drink, energy water. And I have been skipping the honey, so, because I hadn't been drinking coffee. I've been putting that honey in my coffee. But I'm fixing to get me a spoonful of that stuff and this live's over with and eat it today because I'm tired of this cough. It was fun last night. Kelly had a ball. Yeah, he did. He enjoys the wrestling. He had a lot of fun. We both did. I gave him a run for his money pretty good last night. I'm not very good at that game, but I did all right last night. I'm going to move around and change the time, and we're just going to see what shows up. I'm still taking a wind right now. It's terrible. I can tell you that. Wind is not good. So we may not stay here long. So my wind is blowing out from my back that way, and that's not what I want because it's blowing right at that feeder. So we may have to vacate this premises. Alvin Lewis says, glad your cough is getting better. How's your butt rash? Well, it's it's better. It's better. It's probably, the cough is probably better than that. I sat too much. That's what happens when you can't walk. That's not the answer I'd like to give you, but I'll message you one later. I still have not got used to this doggone name changing on here. That gets on my nerves. Donald Long is here. I cannot stand that act. I'm used to seeing y'all's names the other way, and it just drives me nuts. I wish they'd leave us. Quit changing things up so doggone much. Now this is the first time that I've hunted this stand that this wind has been blowing this direction. And I am not a fan of it. There comes a moose. Now, I may get lucky right here, because he's coming in and the wind is blowing the other way. Where are you? Oh, there's a whole, oh, it's elk. And it's big ones too. Oh, that's a 5 medium. They're probably gonna mess me up. If they get here, if they get in this area, I'm busted. And they're headed that way. Come this way, don't go that way. Exactly what I did not want to happen is going to happen. He's already got me winded, I bet. Yeah. You know I'm here, don't you, you joker? He does. He's alert. That wind is really messing that up. May have to vacate this stand and go hunt the other one. See, they're all stirred up out there. They got me winded. They were headed here. This is a watering zone for them. And they were going to come over here and probably water and then come eat. But we'll say, Colin, we're going to ease out of here and go to the other blind and try to come back here later. Because this wind is just not in our favor. And we'll ease across here and see what we can see. So I specifically set that blind there where that wind would be blowing in my face. And today's session, the wind's a different direction. So you're going to have that. So we have to move to a different spot. And hopefully we can get on something up here. There's probably animals going to be on this feeder. And I'm going to try to take a look and see what's there. And I may have to stalk around there to get close enough. That's the deal with bow hunting. You don't have the capability of shooting 200-300 yards. So it's more of a thinking man's game. Yeah, I can make a 200-300 yard shot, no problem. But when you're trying to get within 50 yards, then you really gotta focus. I'm watching the hurricane on YouTube this morning. It has made landfall in Jamaica. 185 mile an hour wind. That is a big, big storm. All right, let's see what's out here. See, there's an elk already out there watering. Anything on this blind? I don't see anything on it yet. On that stand. So I'm going to try, and I'm still got a bad wind. Wind is just terrible today. Break out the tank, huh? Shut up, duck. I don't even think there's any sense in going over here because of the wind direction, so we might just ease out of here and go to the next spot. I hate to come in here and mess that up. Let's just see what's here. But yep. Not even gonna fight it because I don't got to. This is where the experience comes in of that bear knows I'm here, by the way. Appreciate it, Mark. Hope you're having a good day, my friend. That just go to the next day. This may have all my blinds, most of my blinds hoodooed today. We're gonna travel up to a new spot. Let's see. I could go down there and hunt them spots in May. Could get a shot. This is better wind here. So, and may get a small animal out of it and bore you to death. There's no sense in doing that when I can move and go hunt something more productive. You gone? Yeah. Yep. No, Alvin, I didn't. I watched the football game last night. I didn't stay up too late either. I had the football game on one TV up here, and then I had the agenda-free TV on YouTube. Guy that I watch that does reporting on different events. He had the hurricane coverage last night. 10 o'clock, it come out and said that there wasn't going to be no landfall till in the morning. So I went on to bed early so I could get up this morning and watch it. He's on there now. I've got him on TV up there. As long as he's got cameras up. It's pretty much, the eye is just about over the island now. But I seen the highlights this morning. Good ball game. No, what you barking at? Hush. That lady that runs this place over there has put some Halloween decorations up. And she got a damn scarecrow up there, and that dog does not like that scarecrow. I've been trying to tell that dog for 3 days that scarecrow's not real, but she's not listening. I told my wife's going to have to take her over there and let her smell that thing so she realizes it's not real. She does not like that scarecrow. Wish that woman take that thing down. Diane, if you're listening, take that thing down. Halloween's about over with. Move it. Every time she goes out to go to the bathroom, she sees that thing and about has a stroke. Okay, this wind is going to be in my favor this time. We're going to have the wind to our back. This is what we want. And this is just flat experience of knowing that I'm fighting a losing battle up there. So we're just not even going to fight it. We're just going to go to a better spot. That's why you got more than one blind with one feeder set up. And later on, we'll go back up there and try that again. But right now, it's a dead horse. And this bow hunting is slow. It's supposed to be slow. It's supposed to be interesting and tough. And I'm really enjoying this second account. We all know I can make a 200-300 yard shot, no problem. This is more of a thinking man's game. I probably got 15, 20 hours in running up and down here trying to find a good place to put these feeders. I will be sharing some of this information with some of my weekend warriors. Speaking of weekend warriors, Rick Slim, we're going to fire that hunting club up if you want to. You're still playing and you want to be part of it. You want to participate in it. We're going to have some stuff on the weekend. It's not going to be live. You can do some offline stuff. Let me know. Maybe that lady is a witch. Maybe she is. She's a nice lady. I'll have to say that for her. I like her. They sold this place not too long ago. I'm glad they kept her. She's a nice lady. It took her a while to learn how to take me, I think. I could be a little aggressive, maybe overbearing sometimes. Sometimes it takes folks a while to warm up to me. I don't have much of a filter. Sometimes it takes folks a while to figure out throw out. Oh, look, what is that? Lord, I'm jumpy. I thought that was a moose stand there. It's a leaf. Thought there was a moose head sticking out there. Now you notice how I'm just easing up here. I'm doing it because I don't want to run up here and run anything off. Because ain't no telling what's going to be up here that I see and then run it off. See? Right there's what I'm talking about. There's a couple of moose up here already. So we are 115 yards. I'm going to crawl up there. I need this money, so we're going to. Overbearing a-hole. Well, I think I'm an a-hole. Sometimes I tell people like it is and it hurts their feelings. That's just me. I'm not much of a sugarcoater. So. But I can be if need be, I guess. All right, I want to get to 60 yards, and I'm going to get up here to 60 yards. And if you saw what I did right there, I spotted that animal. I went to the map. I put a waypoint down on top of the animal. It's a little bit off, so I'm going to fix that. I put a waypoint right there on top of the animal. And now I know I'm 85 yards for the animal. So I don't have to jump up and peek up and do all that other mess. I know where I'm at, I know how far I'm at, and I know where my comfort zone is at. It's going to be about 60, 55 to 60 yards. So we're going to ease up there to that, and then we're going to crouch up and take a shot. It's all about knowing what you can do and what you can't do. I know I'm a little shaky at 65. I can do it, but I'm not. I'm not all that great at it. Right here is about 65. So we're gonna crawl up and to about 60, and then we're gonna stand up and try to get a shot. That's about as good as it's gonna get. They have no idea I'm here yet. That was a rookie move. I put the wrong arrow in. And we're going to lock in at and there's a hit. Trying to get a twofer, but that's not going to happen. Okay. We should have a dead moose. We do. Alright, I'm going to go pick this moose up. Then I'm going to get... They were eating out of that feeder, by the way. They were eating that feed that had been thrown. I'm going to run over here and pick this moose up. Not going to take me long to find her. She's not going to be that far. I probably should have picked up the blood trail, but I think I can find her without it. There they go. See, there's some animals all around this watering right here. There she is right up there. I'm just going to pick her up and go back and get the blind and wait. Perfectly executed shot. I got a through and through. Bows are lethal. One in the bag. Now, yeah, it's a doe, but I needed, it's a female, but I needed the money. So, we're going to go get back in the blind and wait on a bigger, better animal. So right now it's close to whitetail watering time. And they water from 8 to noon. So we will hunt this a little bit. I will probably speed the time up just so we don't waste a whole stream. I could sit here all day if I was just playing a single player game. That's really not time consuming for live streaming. There's the barrel feeder. And as you can see, I've got it set up at about 40 yards. The wind is blowing at my face to my back. So anything out here that comes out towards this feeder from left to right and straight down the middle is not going to wind me. So that's what I'm looking for. And we'll wait and visit a while. We're going to be doing some pop-up lives at night on this. I'm going to be hunting these feeders a little bit. That is going to be a kind of a session for folks to come in and visit. And we're not always going to be just shooting everything comes through with fur on it. We're going to be looking for bigger animals. There may be 3 or 4 animals standing out there that I never take a shot at because I'm waiting on that big boy. High potential of a diamond coming in, and maybe even a great one with these feeders if you get one in the right spot. I've got something coming in behind me. Probably smell me. Come over to the right. Right there. So anything that comes in behind me is going to win me. That's why I got this thing up against trees. I'm really not too worried about that. Most of the animals have been coming from this way, down that hill. Then I've had a few that's come around this corner right here. So we're just going to wait it out, see what happens. They water around this watering hole as well, so. More Jamaica is getting pounded. Reuters News is there. Of course, they got media on the ground. Steve got access to a lot of that stuff that they're broadcasting the cameras. He does a great job. A lot of times Steve knows something going on before you ever hear the report on the news. How you doing, Chopper? I'm doing well, thank you. Trying to hunt these new feeders. Trying to learn them still. You do not have Facebook. I didn't figure you did. I put a post out this morning reminding everybody we still taking sign-ups and welcome my members, and I couldn't find you to tag you, so I didn't figure you did. But that's all right. You don't need it. I got an email for you saved, so when I get ready to contact you about the first tournament. Did Steve Adams get the feeders? Steve Adams had surgery, and he is still in rehab. So Coach had a brain tumor removed. You may not have known that. And we got him in rehab for a couple of weeks, trying to get him back up on his feet, so he's not even home. And the report from the doctor, for some of you that may be saying, who had a tumor, is that they believe they got it all. It was a very successful surgery, and he should make a full recovery. So. I talked to him the other day via telephone. Yeah, I'm sorry, Buck. I really, I really didn't. I really thought you'd know. Look. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Now, see, this is why you have feeders. Probably should have waited on him to quit walking, but we will see what happens. I may regret shooting him right there, but I'm sorry, Buck. I thought you knew, or I would have messaged you. I just automatically assumed that you know. I done messed that up. I bet that son of a gun run 100 miles. Dadgummit. I won't regret doing that. I know I am. This will be a long journey. It's going to be interesting to see where that shot hit. I thought it looked pretty good myself, but I should have waited till he stopped. You live and you learn. Not good. Blood rate's not very high. Bet that arrow was way behind that. Okay, we're losing some blood now. Let's see if we can stay on the trail long enough to locate him. So, Steve kind of gave me the blessing to pass the word, and the word is that the tumor was found a week or two before the surgery, 2 weeks I think, and the tumor grew pretty quick. I hope I don't lose this boost going through this water. It grew pretty quick, folks. It doubled in size in 2 days. But they did get it out. They do believe they got it all. He's got a little paralysis on one side, basically from them poking around in his brain. So they've got him in rehab. I said, no, we're not fooling with you. I'm on a trail. And trying to get him back to normal. And they're going to send him home. There's a rabbit. And hopefully he's going to be back to normal soon. That's the word. Don't think there's going to be any follow-up chemo or anything like that. I just think it's a straightforward thing, it sounds like, for now. And going to be in good shape. We're still on the track. I'm probably going to get this. Thank God it wasn't a huge trophy. I'd have messed it up with a bad shot. I want to see where that shot hit because it looked a lot better when I turned it loose, and it turned out to be on the track. This thing is running a long way. But we should be closing in on him pretty quick. Like 25% blood rate. There he is. That shot was not what I wanted. I need to, and I've never shot one really on the move much with a bow. That was so close. But we got him. Let's see where we hit him at. Ah, yeah. Alright, as I said, I didn't lead that enough. Okay, I leveled up. I've got a perk point, so let me use that. This is an archery account, so of course we're going to use it for archery. Pumping iron. Increased arm strength means longer draw, more kinetic energy. We absolutely want that. Alright. Absolutely want that. Let's head over here to the Hidden Lake. Now I've got a 10 up out here because this is really off a beaten path. I don't have to walk no 5 miles. So I've set a 10 up about 250 to 300 meters away from my blind and away from the area that I'm going to be hunting. That's what you want to do. Is be at least 250. That's the minimum. I would be remiss if I didn't tell you that I think you probably need to be 255, 260, just for good measure. But as you can see, there's no lake here on the map as it shows up here. But there's some water right here. And we're going to go hunt this. Now, I'm going to explain this spot to you. At 8 o'clock in the morning, these whitetail water till noon. They're not going to be anything around this feeder till afternoon. So I'm not going to go up here to the feeder. I'm going to head to the watering zone and try to get an ambush if I can. And it looks like my wind's going to be right. So I'm going to sneak up here. It's going to take us a minute to get there without making a bunch of noise. Didn't realize there's perk points. There's perk points, and there are skill points as well. And you need to use those wisely. And my advice to you is to go watch Lady Legend or Scarecrow and see how they're set up to use their perk points, skill points. This is an archery account, so I'm using mine on archery. I have used some on two on a rifle. That is basically for quick draw. It's the only reason I've got those. The two that I've got on the rifle were zeroing, which you absolutely need, and there's a deer up here. I need to change the arrows real quick. There's going to be a deer up here, so I'm going to get the bow ready. Because I may get a quick shot, and then I may not. But zeroing and one other. With this sight, you really don't need zeroing, but I don't just use this bow, and I don't just use this sight. I use a 5-pin. Sometimes I'm trying to get better with the 5-pin. But I also use the longbow, which does not have a sight on it. You're using the arrow as your point of aim. Let me see what I see here. That deer probably scattered. He did. Let's see, he's around this corner. So zeroing is really a must. And I had to use that on the rifle in order to get it. Now you see how I'm just creeping up here and I'm mindful about the wind. I'm trying to keep the wind at my back, or at least blowing crossways. I don't want to turn in a direction that's going to let the wind go towards the water, because that's going to spook my game. But those deer are going to be right up here, right in this area. So I'm going to ease around this way just a little bit and kind of come up in behind them without them knowing I'm here. I would usually set up here before 8 o'clock and wait for them to come in. But trying to conserve a little money, we're trying not to spend that extra money. Today. We got one off the feeder. We're going to go back and hit those other feeders later during the live. We're not done with that yet. Just the wind is not helping us, so. Okay, I'm about 71 yards from the blind. Now the blind is way over here, and the watering is way over here, so getting in the blind to hunt the watering zone is not an option. There is a rock down here that I like to lay on. We're 103 from the zone, and the wind is still good, so we're going to ease on up here. I'm just going to take a look. There's the feeder. As I told you, there's nothing at the feeder. And is there anything at the zone? Yeah, there's something there. It's a doe. I'm going to crawl down the hill here and see if I can't get myself into shooting position without breaking my neck. There's a doe there. Probably behind her somewhere. There's a buck, I bet. No, another doe. How far are you? 92 yards. That's too far. I'm just going to ease myself down here. Wind still good. I'm still at the right. Blowing back from left to right. I'm going to use this tall grass and this tree as a cover. I'm going to crawl out here in the open and try to get a shot. Did I ever finish the music? Well, So I went to look for that today and was going to send you the 5 I had, and I deleted the folder. So I've got to go back and try to find it. I don't know what happened to the folder, but I will work on that, yes, and get that project finished for you. I'm here to go download them again. I'll just have to log on to my account. Okay, there's the buck. That is a young buck. So we're not going to blow the whole set just to shoot a young buck that ain't going to pay much more than these does. That is 60. That's 59. We're gonna take it from right here at 57. Angle's not all that great, but I think we can slip it in there. That's not right. That's right. All right, let's let the let's see if we can make a shot. This is not an easy shot. Live stream is scheduled and ready for later tonight, okay? I'll try to go get some music over to you. I nailed her. She's not gonna go far. I'm gonna let this settle before I go running up there. There's no need to run up there. I know I nailed her. And those didn't run off. Now that's the luxury of bow hunting. I'm gonna crawl up a little bit just to kind of make it a little easier. But I'm gonna try to get at least 2 more out of this, maybe at least 1 more. I'm just gonna let this settle. See, they're just calm. They're not going anywhere. That one's calm. The other one's dead, I can tell you that. I'll go dig her up in a minute. But I'm just going to ease myself on up here and take my time. I'm going to try to get him next. I need to get in another 20 yards. Still calm. Now you see how I work myself around? I'm working myself around to get an ankle. I don't want to take no more of a quartering shot than I have to. I'm gonna try to get up here to this little indention, and that doggone doe walked right in front of him. We're gonna try to take him in the high spot right here. Let's look and see. Oh, is he moving? Are you moving for me? Oh, you luscious devil. He's gonna walk right up on me. No idea I'm even here. None. Oh, he turned. You son of a gun. Ooh, I got that shot off quick. That was a fast recovery. I think it's too far back though. No, it wasn't either. It was a good shot. I can see a big blood stain right there. That was a quick reaction. Yeah, right there it is. All right, let's go get some bodies, shall we? He turned right when I let the arrow go. All right, there's blood stain number 1. I'm going to mark this. There's one over there as well. We got enough to go mess with. All right, I'm going to go fetch this one first. No, I'm not either because that one's right here. All right, we'll come back to that. Oh, we'll have to, they run the same path. There's my flashing arrow. That shot was a little far back. I don't know how you shoot it in the butt and get it, but I did. I must have hit an artery. This one right here was a better shot. I don't think I shot that deer in the butt. It may have traveled through there, but that deer wouldn't have died that quick. There's my buck. Got him in the liver. A little far back. A little shaky. But getting the job done. All right. Let's go back down here to camp and see if we can't try these 2 spots again. I'm gonna go set up on these feeders now again. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it was fun. Wore me out. It sure did. But it was fun. We had a good time with it. All right, I'm going to run up here. And we're going to reset the time. Providing the wind hadn't changed. If the wind's changed, we're going to just hunt it for a few minutes, see what happens. If it hasn't, then we're going to... I think we're going to have the same wind we had, though. Starting to look like that. Yep. Look at all them deer on that feeder. Look at them. Wind has changed some. We're going to sit here a minute and see what happens. I know we run some out. They'll come back. They may circle up here and come back. If not, we'll get out and change the time. But we're going to sit here a minute. Let's see how much food they've eaten out of the feeder. Maybe about 12% out of it. What do they eat out of this one? I ain't eaten much out of this one yet. 3%. So, you're not going to get anything coming from this direction because of the wind. Any deer we get is going to be coming from here to there. This is going to be pretty much a dead spot. They're going to wind you long before you get there. So we're just going to wait and visit and see what happens. I appreciate Kelly. It was something different. Well, yeah, he done a good job, and he put together some nice. The rings looked real nice. He did a good creative job. He did. And he got 3 matches out of me, which is about one more than I thought he would. I didn't do too bad last night. I did pretty good, I think. I held my own for a long time. I don't play that thing enough. You know how it is. I got other games that I like to play more. This one's a fishing game. So in my free time, I spend a lot more time on that. But my viewers enjoy the wrestling, so we do put on a show with it. Yeah, it was a good. He did a good job. He's doing a good job. Well, I wanted to do it over there because he needs to. We need to do some more stuff on his. So we get him growing. It doesn't do any good to do it on mine with me knocking on the door of 1,000 subscribers. It doesn't gain him much, and we need to get his built up. Doesn't do any good doing it on Real and Virtual Outdoors, and we need to do more on Kelly's. And I'm gonna dump some stuff on him for the hunting league. I'm gonna have him do some of it because it's content. It's good. It'll be good content. It'll help him build. And for the most part, it's family friendly and the whole family can enjoy it. All the guys get together and they hunt on the same channel, and it's family content, something that everybody can enjoy and watch. That's the good thing about the hunting games, the kids like to watch the video games. Dad may like to hunt. Mom or dad may like to. They may be avid hunters. They may want to watch it. Especially the competitions. Money, 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 money. I have got another hunting game that I have played on the channel before. It's a little different type of game, but they've really come a long way with it since it first come out, and it's really getting worthy now of spending a little time on it. So we're going to start playing that a little bit as well. I just bought the new map for it, so we're going to start playing Way of the Hunter a little bit. I suspect EW, people that made this game, and the angler, I suspect that we're going to start hearing rumblings in 2027 about a new hunting game. The first hunting game they built, they run it on a 10-year cycle, and then they built this one. And I think that's probably going to be, we're probably going to get a new hunting game one of these days. Or them starting to develop one. I wouldn't be surprised at all in 2027 if we don't hear something about a new game. And it'll be on a newer engine, which means the graphics will be better, the animations will be better. And I expect to hear that just any time. At the end of the day, it's a business, and building content makes money. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, the farming game is very popular. And we know it's popular over in the UK. It's very popular in the UK. We're going to sit here a few minutes and see what happens, folks. Now, after I run the set off, it takes a little while for them to come back. So we're going to sit here. Those elk that come through here a while ago that winded me will not wind me from here this time, if they come out of that direction again. I'm going to take a look here in the tall grass and see what may be hiding, if anything. I didn't see anything. A duck. What time is it? 10:22. Farming game is very popular over in Europe, and I mean, it's popular. You'd be surprised how many people play that. I am actually set up to play the a little on the farming game, but I'm not going to be farming. I'm going to be doing some lumber work. So forestry. Y'all probably, what in the world is Troy doing? Noon. I'm going to bump the time up to 11:30 here, just for live stream purposes. I probably wouldn't do this if it was just for me. I'd just wait it out. I'd sit here and watch TV and wait the little 30 minutes out. It would take to get there. But we're going to bump it up. And I'll tell you why I bumped it up. Let me check my wind. My wind has changed directions again. Figures. If you rewind this video 30 seconds and you look right here, you will not see those white flashing things. At noon to 1600 hours, this becomes a blacktail feeding zone for black-tailed deer. And that's why I moved it to 11:30. Now, you're not going to probably get anything coming here. If you do, it's going to be coming from the corner on around. But everything coming from here and here is now going to be fair game because of the wind. Anything coming back down that tree line right there is going to win me. But if they swing out wide, you've got a chance of them not winding you. Maybe with a little cover scent, I can keep them from winding me. We're going to wait, see what comes to the feeder. That's what the plan is. I think I finally settled on a overlay. I like this one. My camera is off of it. It doesn't obscure any of the game screen. It may be a little small on the telephone, but if you're watching this on the TV, you're getting a nice big picture. And my camera is not obscuring any of the game screen. And actually, I could put another camera up here if I wanted to. Below that one camera, I got plenty of room. So this will probably be the overlay that we use. I think the black and the blue looks real nice. With a little hint of red in it. Picture looks good. I think my game looks better. Game-wise than it did before I hardwired it. I think it looks more crisp and clear. We're going to bow hunt today, and then next time that we hunt, we're going to have a little bit different setup, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit. I'm going to go to the Mexico map where the mule deer and the white-tailed deer are, and I'm going to set up some feeders. I've got a little more freedom over there because I've got more money over there. And I'm going to set up some areas for gun hunting, and we're going to be able to hunt feeders that are 150, 250 yards away. And really maybe have an opportunity to call in a great one. Ben's mule deer and white-tailed deer have great ones. Maybe we'll set up on an area that might be hiding a great one somewhere. But would that be a treat to kill a great one on live? That would be a pearl bangle billy, wouldn't it? Look, what's that over there? That's deer. They're fixing to quit watering in 30 minutes, the whole herd over. Look at them. There's 5 or 6 over there. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is what I count. And about 12:06, they're going to come off that watering spot. And they may head right over here to this feeder. We'll see. I think it's a whitetail. So I don't think they feed again until 1600. Are you whitetail? Yes. Got all them ducks behind them. That is a 386-yard shot. Long way across there. It is now 12 o'clock, 11:59, so the blacktail zone is now active, which means anytime we may see some blacktail deer come in here. We shall see. Going to be two things drawing them in right here. One is going to be this zone right here. The white things flashing. And the feeder. So we're just going to wait and see what happens. I may run over a little bit today. I'm going to go up there and hunt that other feeder that we tried, the second feeder on this area that I tried to hunt earlier. Before I shut down today, because I really wanted to hunt those two feeders today. The feeder up there, that the next feeder we're going to is the one that had the one that was close to being a diamond potential animal, and then I killed the rare fur type up there. So I want to go hunt there because that was two big, one big deer and one rare fur type. They come off that one feeder within a day of each other, so that's always a good sign. The hurricane is right in the middle now of the western part of Jamaica, the western peninsula. It missed the majority of it missed Kingston, which is the most populated city in Jamaica. And in a few hours, this thing will probably get back out over open water, and Cuba will be under the gun. Right now, you don't see a whole lot of damage out of the 6 cameras they've got going. I know when it's over with is when you'll see the flooding. You will see the destruction of a lot of the older buildings. Is probably no longer going to be there. Those deer are hanging out late in that zone today. Y'all supposed to be out of there, son. They're supposed to be out of there at noon. Y'all must be extra thirsty today. You sure ain't made much progress. I should get up out of there and walk out of there in a minute. Y'all 20, I ain't never seen them stay this late. I've seen them stay 6 or 10 minutes late, but never this late. Come on. There they go. Well, we're running late tonight. Y'all stay. There goes the whole herd. We finally had enough agua. That's seriously as long as I've seen a herd stay over the allotted time. And they're headed to the next area. All right, let's see if we see some deer in a minute. Come on, deer. That's too much time on your hands when you know what time they're supposed to move. Too much time. The rain, the wall of rain on that stream right now is so thick from sideways blown rain that it looks like a white haze out there. All you can see is looks like a white haze. That's the wind blowing that rain sideways. They said something of the neighborhood of 50 inches. You imagine getting 50 inches of doggone rain. Alright, now that we got the deer moved out of the zone, let's see if maybe a blacktail will show up. I'd like to get something nice and big with some nice horns on it. That'd be a nice treat. Kelly says, I'm off to eat. I got again? You're going to be fat as I am one of these days. Y'all need to go check out Kelly tonight. News Tech Gaming. Well, you might know I can get ready to do a live. Nothing shows up at this feeder today. Don't make me buy you a comb and a brush. I seen that ignorant thing you sent. I hate to tell you this, but you ain't got that much more hair on top of your head than I do. We're going to wait 5 more minutes. Then we're going to move. There's a moose. He's supposed to water there at noon. And he's there. Where's my blacktail? I bet there's one more moose out there. I think he's right there. There you are. You and you. Now if I can just get my deer to come on. We're running late today. When you set up to these bow hunts, you know, you're in a limited range. And with the factoring in of the wind, you've got to really put yourself, find a spot to get. You know, that feeder's right here. If I was hunting with a rifle, I could put a tripod stand 150, 200 meters away back up here where there's absolutely no chance of me getting winded. From here to all the way over there. I mean, but when you're hunting with a bow, it's different. You have to sort of manipulate your spot to be able to get into range, and that was the problem this morning when we first started. Was the wind. So I had to change game plans. $150, 200 yard shot, 250, not a problem for me to make. But when you're shooting arrows, it's different. We fixing to go. We done seen something now. So I'm gonna reset the time a couple of times and see what happens. We're gonna go with 6 a.m. here. Crap. Did that really just happen? Tore my damn feeder up. Look at this. There, I got my feeder. Dadgummit. Now the wind is at the right direction. So we're going to hunt here a minute. Tore my dadgum feeder up. Bear got it. That feeder's coming down when I... Is there a warranty on the feeder? Yeah, $1,200. Warranty. They tear that green feeder up. That's why I say don't. Is that joker coming back? Now listen, buddy. You done tore my feeder up once. Now you come over here and mess with it again, I'm fixing to stick an air in you, son. They tear that feeder up, but they don't tear the barrel one up, the post feeder. That's twice that feeder's been tore up. As soon as I get a little bit of money in my pocket, I'm fixing to take that one down. And put a post feeder there and use that one for scouting. And what I mean by that, place it in an area where I think may be good and see what happens. What goes in the feeder? Well, they have what they call a flake and pellets. I've been using the pellets most time. But the flake, I did use the flake one time or two, and it works okay too. We're going to see what's going to happen. We're going to pick up the pace a little bit on changing the time and moving around, see if we can't get something going. The feeder pack only cost $4.99, so it's a pretty good buy. Look. I'm gonna see if I can't turn that head right there. Maybe. Well, I was gonna do that, but I ain't gonna get down to do it. Dadgummit. Comes a couple of elks. Nice big elks. Oh, are you coming over here to eat? Yeah, come join us at the dinner table. It's gonna win me. Blowing right at him. It's gonna have to happen quick. It's gonna happen. Because he's gonna pick me up if I don't. Nailed him. That was a good hit. I can see the tracer. I don't think he's going far. He's down. All right, we're not going to pick that up right now. We're just going to leave that there. Because we got a little activity. I am going to swap back to Era. The 420s. That was a bigger Era. That's a 600 grain. And there he lays right there. But we're not picking him up. Just going to let him lay there and see if we can get one or two more for money cash. That was a good shot. Moose down! Moose down! I worked out good. Surprised he didn't win me. I thought he was going to win me. I got her before she got me. They eat in the general area of the feeders. I think that moose would be considered eating out of the feeder. I'll tell you in just a second. By if there's any food missing. Yes, 99% bait remaining. So that moose I just shot was considered to be eating out of the feeder. It was filled to 100%, so we will take that every time. That's going to be about a $700 payout right there, which will fill a feeder, and that's what we want, to be able to pay our bills and buy feeders and fill them. Oh, dust bunny. There's an elk. A couple of elks. They're watering and resting. Look. Got two coming. I'm going to take the lead one because it's closest. That may have been low. I think it was low. Son of a gun. I think I blew that. Definitely was low. Let's see. Yeah. It's low. That was user error. I'm going to let that bleed out. I've already got one down. I'm going to let that bleed out a while. We got some activity, so I'm in no big hurry to go chasing after that thing through the woods. She's not going anywhere. Either she's going down or she's not. I think she may have already went down. But I'm not going to chase after her right now. We're still real early in the set, so I got a potential to get something else. And right now, if it's got hair on it, I'm shooting it because I need the money. I can't afford to be real selective. What have we made today? We have still even of what we had because we had a broken feeder we had to fix. So we made about $1,800 today, but had to spend it. Make it, spend it. Make it, spend it. Isn't that about right in life? I always think you're going to get ahead. Now the wind has changed. Directions I have had. Hell with the circling wind today. Look, here comes a doe. Luckily for me, the wind has changed. And where she come in at, it's not going to affect me. And here comes a buck, I bet, behind her. So we're going to let these animals gather at this feeder. What we're going to do. I think they're going to try to gather up this feeder here a minute. Yeah, there's a doe. Where are you going? Let's see. Are we going to gather at the river? Is that what we're going to do? Or are y'all just going to keep on walking? There's two out here. And again, we need the money. So we're going to take some shots. Drilled her. Drilled him too. That may have been low. We're going to have to see. You see him running with an arrow in him? You shot dog. I hit him low. God damn it. We're not going to move. We're just going to wait. She's down. I should have recalculated that shot. But I guessed it to be close and I was wrong. Look over there. Don't you come over here messing with my feeder. I'll punch you in the eye. We're just going to wait a minute because we got two down. Let's see if something else show up. We on a money grab. Oh. There's a moose. Sound like that joker's coming this way. Let's switch over to the moose arrow. I'd like to carry more than one bow, but we're going to switch these arrows. But unfortunately, it fills my backpack too much. I can't carry everything I want to carry. So we got to switch arrows. And just have enough sense to make sure I'm using the right arrow. That moose is probably going to walk out here. There she comes. She's right there. And it's going to walk right here in front of me. You might figure that to be the case. That was a guess shot. That probably was not the smartest move I made all day. Oh, I hit him. He's probably down up there. We're about to go find out. Let me go pick up these two bodies here. Then we're going to go look for him because he's a pretty nice sized bull. She did. $500 payout. This right here. This one right here is dead. I am going to run this way and see if I can see any blood up here for this buck. It was running with an arrow in him. I know about where he's running, then I'll run back down there and check that out. Let's see if we can find the blood spot. That's a moose. That's probably going to be him right here. That's a bear. That's the deer. So we can find a blood trail. There's blood. All right. All right, we're on the blood trail. This is the buck that we shot that had the arrow in him. And there he is. That was easy enough. See there? $252. That's close to being a diamond. Not quite. Brian B said I can't shoot worth a lick. All right, let's go see if we can get the moose now. Now I know I drilled that moose. He's not going to be too far, because I drilled him right in the back. We're going to go do him next. Still a little shaky with the bow. Still a little shaky. I need to go. I need to go spend a little time on the range. I need to figure out which arrow I've got in here. That's the moose arrow. Okay. But I'm getting better all the time with it. Before long, look. Look what's standing out there down at my feeder. You scavenger. I'm going to ease up there and see if I can't get a shot on that joker. I'm getting better and better with this bow all the time. It's just repetition. All right. I'm going to walk around these reeds here and use them for cover. I'm going to try to get an angle on that bull up here. We're about 172 yards out, and I want to get to 55. I'm going to try to pick up that bull. So we're just going to take our time, stroll around here. We're going to hunt a little past 2 hours today. I'm making a little money. It's my world, I live in it, do what I want to with it. My wife be home a little while. She's going to go get me some barbecue brisket and some tater salad, fried okra, and some peach cobbler. Yes, sir. I ain't going to lose a pound a day. I love barbecue, man alive. Oh. He has no idea I'm here. It's gonna be kind of a tough angle, but we're gonna try it. We got him. He's down. I almost had time to shoot another one. We made a good shot on that. That was a tough quartering shot. And feeders draw them in, don't they? Where's a rabbit? I bet I can get that rabbit. I missed him. Oh yeah, I got him. That's a good shot. Right in the lungs. Alright. We got one more out here. That runaways. Let me see if I can pick up a trail. Uh-oh, there's the trail. Let's see. I ain't gonna lose a pound today, Brian. Be not eating like that. Sure ain't. Thank you. That was a good shot. I'll have to admit that was a good shot. That quartering away is a tough shot. These reeds do not make it easy to find your blood. We may not find this, but we're gonna try. I may have to go back a little ways. Oh, there it is. There it is. Don't step into poop. Okay, we're on the trail. I could get the dog out, but I think you kind of lose a little skill by overusing the dog. I think the dog can make you lazy. Track it. We're on trail. If we don't lose the trail, we're going to get this animal. We are definitely on him. And the blood's going down, so we are down to 25.50. Here in a minute we should be down to 25. This was not a good shot. He run too far. If I had hit him good, this animal would not have run this far. Let's see, we're still on the trail though. $25.50 still. Good Lord, $25.50. It's not a good shot. Not a good shot. I figured that him being that close and me sticking him in the back, I may have got the spine, but I must have missed him. Oh, now we're going to do a turnaround, are we? Now see, right here is where you end up losing one. I'm going to mark this spot where I can come back here. Scavenger. He done did a backtrack on me. Right here is where you got to be careful not to lose your bearings. I need to see some blood and I'm not seeing it. I don't like that. Shut up. All right. I almost didn't recognize you, who you are. Because it don't say Sandy, it says your YouTube thing. I think I missed 2 or 3. 2, I think, but I've killed. I'm going to go back up here where I marked that. Now, see why I marked that? Because if I was on the right track, I should still see blood. And I don't. And I think what that joker did is I think he turned to run this way and didn't. I think he just staggered. So we're going to go right back up here. And we're going to continue going the way we were going until I'm shown differently. I think he staggered. And I'm fixing to find out right here. Still says go back this way. I don't buy that. Not yet. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-uh. No, we'll go back that way in a minute. I'm not sold that this is what happened. Okay. Now let's run back that way, but let's veer off to the right just a little bit. Uh-huh. I think this thing walked around out here in a circle. Well, I hadn't lost him yet. But I hadn't got him yet either. I do lose one from time to time. No, I'm not lost. I'm not lost yet. But I am. I am scanning. This thing has walked around out here, staggering around like a drunk wino. That's what's happened. I may have to get Fido out, put Fido on. Maybe. All right. My God, let's release the hound. Oh, that ain't gonna do no good. I forgot I'm on a different account. I ain't got no bloodhound on this account. That's right. Well, crap. We may have lost that one. I'll say we may have. It's the wrong account. Yeah, well, I hadn't got around to getting the hound yet. I've been doing other stuff. So, if you're wondering what's happened here, and why I keep running around in a dadgum circle, it's simple. Made a shot, didn't land it good. I see that says he went back this way, as you can see. That animal has staggered around out here so much that he may still be alive. I wouldn't think so. So he's not way right. So he may be walking around in a circle out here, getting ready to drop dead. He got me running in one. I'm going to try this one more time. And we're going to go way left this time and see if I can find it. If not, we're out of here. See, here's the last known blood trail. Now, see, that's going that way. So we know that's not right. That damn thing is staggering around out here. Looks like Brian B. after he got done with the Tito's. Don't tell him where this thing done laid down at. We ain't playing that backtracking crap again. I've never done that twice. No, we're not going to find this one. All right. Man, you win some, you lose some. Look how far we tracked that doggone thing. All right, let's see how much money we made out of that ordeal. We made $3,000 today. Not bad, not bad. Make it a lot faster with a rifle. Maybe you need to aim better. Maybe you need to go play in the street. Oh, Lord. Old Crusty Toes. I looked at that name and I'm like, who is that? And I realized who it was. All right. I'm done for the day. I'm tired. I've been insulted enough. If it ain't Sandy, it's that doggone bald-headed Brian B. All right, guys, I love you. I'll see you Thursday. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care.
That's all, folks.